Mitchell Renz here from Chat Sports. Let's get into the latest around the New York Giants, and could they potentially be trading back in the 2021 NFL Draft? There's a report out there that says, yes, for the first time in Dave Gettleman's entire life, he could trade down, and I think it's a pretty interesting move from top to bottom. Sure, there's reports out there that he likes Devonta Smith, and between you and me, if he does want Devonta Smith, they should probably just hang on to the pick number 11. Now, if they go another route where they're like, okay, we still need an edge rusher, a lot of the edges I think could make a lot more sense if they did trade back. Like, I'm a big fan of Jalen Phillips. I like Kwity Paye. I think Azeez Ojulari is a good player. But let's just say New York can get creative and trade back. I think a lot of those players could be available a little bit later on, and taking some of those guys at 11 might be a little bit of a reach. Now, before I get into some of these trade ideas I have around the New York Giants, let's look at Devonta Smith, and I don't know if he falls to number 11. The fact that his weight came out and he's actually listed as like 166, which is even lighter than this is showing, that's a red flag, and that actually might make some teams move down the board from him. The other thing is, though, you want to talk about somebody that can separate, somebody that's a great route runner and just puts up numbers, that's what Smith absolutely does. And maybe now that the weight concerns come out, maybe you could see him fall down the board a little bit. Maybe Gettleman knows something that we don't. So speak your mind here. Do you think that the Giants should trade back? I want you to go ahead and like the video right now. They've been a pretty basic team in terms of the draft. Like, either it's been an offensive lineman or they go a different route. Personally, I like what they did with Kenny Golladay, and if you think Devonta Smith falls, maybe you trade back. But I'm also a believer that if he's the guy that you absolutely want, you stay put. But hey, if you're a Giants fan, you think they should move back, I want you to go ahead and smash that like button. So what we're going to be doing now is I'm going to give you 3 different scenarios of what it could potentially look like in teams that could actually look up to trade to number 11. So the Minnesota Vikings, they could be potentially looking at a guy like Rashawn Slater. Maybe Penei Sewell falls really far. Maybe there's a guy like Elijah Vera Tucker they got their eyes on. If they want to trade back, this is basically what it's going to cost. The Giants, they get pick number 14 and a third-round pick, 78 overall. I also went through and I did all these trades on the trade calculator chart, so all of them are equal. A team that could potentially be looking at a quarterback, the New England Patriots, let's say a guy like Justin Fields, Mac Jones, Trey Lance, one of those guys fall and they don't have a full confidence in Cam Newton, then you can move up here. So the Giants, they receive 15th overall, and the Patriots' second-round pick, the Patriots, they get number 11, and then the third-round pick, 76 overall. The final trade I'm going to bring up is this, the Chicago Bears. And if I'm a Giants fan, I'd be like, okay, this is the trade that I want. The Giants, they get pick number 20, second-round pick this year, and the Bears' fifth-round pick. The Bears, I don't know if I would trust Matt Nagy and company to go ahead and get the right quarterback, but for a team that's looking at QB, maybe the Giants can figure out a way to finesse here. Plus, the other reason why I like this one a lot, I think guys like Jalen Phillips, Azeez Ojulari, and somebody like Kwity Paye would also be available at number 20. So out of the 3 trades that I just showed you, which one do you think is the best for the Giants? Which one do you think is like the most realistic? Which one do you think is the best chance of happening on draft day? If it's the Vikings trade, I want you to type 1. If it's the Patriots trade, go ahead and type 2. If it's the Chicago Bears trade, type 3. If you think there's another team out there that could trade up with the Giants, throw them in the comments.